Good morning, dear students. I had given the concept of the chapter of chemical kinetics and what is the rate, average rate, instantaneous rate, and how we determine rate law, how we determine the order from the rate of a reaction. Write the order from the rate of a reaction or rate law. Now, today's objective is that is chemistry, because some student demanded about how to solve the numericals. Chemistry, unit 4, chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics. So, what is the order and the order and molecularity? This is first I will tell. Molecularity. So, first point is what is the order and the molecularity. Order is the sum of the powers of the concentration term appeared in the rate law expression is known as the order of a reaction. This is the order of a reaction can be distinguished. Suppose a rate R barabar K or A per power 2 and B per power 1. So the order will be equal to order that is equal to 2 plus 1 that is 3. But the molecularity is the total number of molecules that takes part in a chemical reaction. Suppose ammonium nitrate NS4NO2, it will decompose to give and 2 plus twice H2O. So here the molecularity is 1. Suppose H2 plus Br2, it will react to give, this is twice HBr. So here the molecularity is 2. Suppose twice NO plus this is O2, that it will give twice NO2. So here the molecularity is 3 and here the molecularity is 2 and here the molecularity is 1. So the total number of molecules that takes part in a reaction is known as the molecularity. Molecularity may be, if 12 species will take part, then molecularity will be 12, right? So the another point of difference, the order can be 0, but molecularity can never, right? Third is, this will be fractional and not be fractional. These are the difference. This order is the experimental aspects can be determined experimentally. This is called experimental aspects. Experimentally determined. Experimental fact we can write it. It is an experimental fact. Fact, simply we write. And this is known as the theoretical concept. Theoretical concept. So this is the difference between the order and the molecularity. If somebody asks the questions, what is the difference between order, we can write this one. Now, so we determination of order of a reaction. There is some problem in it. So I will take the problem to determine the order of a reaction, right? So another topic is determination of order of a reaction. Topic is determination of order. Take that the reaction takes place between twice A plus B, that will give the product, right? A or B, that will give the product, suppose, and the concentration A, concentration B in mole per liter, and initial rate, this is called initial rate, is given. So now it is found in so many experiments. These are the serial number, experiment number, experiment number, that is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So what will happen? I will write the question here, so it will take some time. So let us we see, this is the question, this is called initial rate determination method. Suppose the question is given, the reaction takes place between A and B, the product is found, and the 4 experiments were performed. Initially the concentration of A and B are given 0.30, 0.30. So we plot a graph between rate and concentration, that is concentration, and this is the time, and we determine the rate from the slope of the curve. Similarly, the concentration A is changed, B remains same, again the rate is determined. And in the third experiment, the concentration of A changed, it remains same, B changed, rate is determined, and in the fourth, both concentration are changed and the rate is determined. So we have to find out that is the order of a reaction. So it is write the rate law, order with respect to A and B, overall order, and find the value of rate constant. How we will solve it? Let us see. So we make the first write the hypothetical rate. This is rate is equal to K, A per power X, and this is B per power Y. So our first step, the step first to write hypothetical rate. Write hypothetical rate law. Now our aim is to find A and B, to find X and Y. Third, how we will find? Make 4 equations and solve to find X and Y. Solve to find X and Y. Find X and Y. So this is the way we find the rate law. So you see, this is the rate. Now equation rate is 0.096. Need not to write the unit every time. This is 0.30, and this is also 0.30. This is Y here. Now again, this is equation 1, and the experiment 1, equation 1. And the another rate is 0.384. This is K. 0.60, that is X. 0.30, this is Y, equation 2. Then the third experiment, third equation, 0.192, that is equal to K. 0.30, that is X. 0.60, that is Y, equation 3. Then 0.768, that is K. 0.60, that is X. 0.60, that is Y. So there is 4 equations. Now we solve the equation in such a way to find out the value of X, because order is always the experimentally determined fact. We can never be imagined, never guessed, and can never be written on the basis of the balanced chemical equation. So we have to find out, we see 2 divided by 1. This 2 divided by 1. So this is 2.384, and this is 0.096, and this one is K. 0.60, that is X, and this is 0.30, that is Y, and K, this is 0.30 over X, and this is 0.30, that is Y. So it will cancel out. So what we will have? So this K cancel out. This is 2 per power X is equal to 4. That is 4. That 4 can be written as 2 to the power 2. So the bases are same. Therefore, X is equal to 2. Similarly, we find that is Y. Find Y. How we will find it? So let us see and compare the equation. How we are able to find the Y, right? So that is Y we have to find out, that is Y. So 3 divided by 1. 3 divided by 1. 3 divided by 1. This is 0.192. and this is equal to 1. 0.096 is equal to K, and this is 0.30 per power x, 0.60 per power y, and this is equal to, that is K, this is 0.30, that is x, and this is 0.30, that is y. So this will cancel out. So that is 2, and this is 2 per power y, and this 2 per power 1. That's why y comes to be 1. So we see here the order is experimentally determined fact. It can never be imagined and never be guessed. And we have the hypothetical rate equation. This is called hypothetical rate. Hypothetical rate, because कल्पना हमने किया कि इस इक्वेशन का ये रेट लॉ होगा और हमको x और y फाइंड आउट करना है, और x y हमने कैसे फाइंड आउट किया आपने देखा. Now, so we have to find out the order of a reaction. First we write the rate. So we have the use of the data. So we use this space only. You think about it. So this is. So what is our rate? This is the true rate of a reaction. So rate law is equal to written as K, and this A that is reaction A. What was there? X comes to be what? This X comes to be 2, and this Y comes to be 1. So 2, and this Y B, that is 1. So this is the true rate of a reaction, that is 2 and 1. So order with respect to A, we can write order with respect to A, that is 2, and with respect to B, that is 1. Overall order, that is equal to 2 plus 1, that is third order. If we have the third order, we are able to calculate the unit. From this unit, we are able to calculate by putting the value, or directly we are able to calculate the unit of the reaction. So the order with respect to A, overall order is known. Find the value of K. And how we will find the value of K? So we put the value in any one equation. So rate is equal to given 0.96. This is equal to K. And what is the value here? 0.30 per power 2. And this is 0.30 per power 1. So we are able to solve it and find the value of K and write the proper unit. This is mole per liter, and this is how we will calculate the unit. So we should have the concept of unit, how we will calculate it. So values, work is over. Now I will erase it. Now you see. So there are so many problems based on that concept. You try to solve it. I hope that if you will do in this way, it will be easier for you. So you see, K, what is the unit here? This is mole per liter. Whatever be the numerical value, it is your part. You solve. Mole per liter per second. And what comes here? This is 0.30 per power 2. And this is the unit is mole square liter minus 2. And what is this part? 0.30, and this is mole per liter, this one. So this mole per liter will cancel out. K, numerical value, it is your part, you solve it. Now the unit comes to be mole minus 2 liter square and second inverse. Now you check. I have given you the formula, that is K is equal to mole per liter, this is 1 minus m or second inverse. So what is, put the value of here, we have find out the order for this reaction is third. So we put the value of equation third. So we put the value here, mole per liter, this is 1, 3 and second inverse. So what we will come here, that is mole per liter, and here is power minus 2, and this is second inverse. So what will read it? mole minus 2, minus minus liter square and second inverse. So with numerical part, the unit is essential. If you don't write the unit, so your mass will be deducted. So you will confirm how the unit is calculated by that value, or by manually we can do it by putting this formula whether this unit is correct or not. So there are so many problems. Suppose the experiment are given. So in sometimes in the table the rate is given and the different concentration of species A and B are asked to be filled. What will be the concentration in the second experiment, third experiment? These are the questions given in your book. You solve this problem, how we will determine the order of a rate law. So this is my topic. Now another topic, I come in another topic. So this is the numerical part, that's why I am considering it, because you all are demanded that board work should be there. So I try my best, because it creates a difficulty in uploading. So we come on another topic. So one thing is asked, what do you mean by pseudo unimolecular reactions? That is PSEUDO, pseudo unimolecular reaction. Suppose we take an example, CS3, COO, C2H5. This is H2O. So in presence of this one, so it will give CS3, COOH, and this is C2H5OH. So if we write the rate law is given. This we write CS3, COO, C2H5, and this is H2O. So here the water is present is in excess, so the concentration of water is taken as constant. So its rate is taken as K and CS3 and COO, C2H5. So this is the order is reaction. And sometimes a reaction seems to be higher order, but it follow the kinetics of lower order under a special condition, then that reaction is called pseudo unimolecular reaction. So reaction of higher order, simply we can write reaction of higher order, but under a special condition, suitable condition, it follow the kinetics of lower order is called, that is pseudo unimolecular reaction. This is first hydrolysis of ester, hydrolysis of cane, that is sugar, cane sugar. Second example, hydrolysis of sugar or cane sugar. So these are the example of pseudo unimolecular reactions. So we proceed in the another aspects, integration method. So differential is not more accurate. That's why we consider the integration method for determining for zero order and first order reaction. And there are so many problems. So another objective to discuss today, that is the integration method for zero order reactions. So another objective heading is integration method for determination of rate constant of zero order reaction. Zero order reaction means I had given you the example, that is decomposition of ammonia over platinum as a catalyst under suitable condition of temperature and pressure. That's an example of zero order reaction. So we consider that is a reaction A, and that will give the product, right? Here time allowed T0, this is the initial concentration, and here no product is formed. Now in T second, the product is, that is the concentration of this reactant becomes A. So we write the rate of this reaction, this is minus dA by dt, if it is a zero order K, and this concentration per power 1. Simply we can write anything power 0 is equal to 1. So it can be written as minus dA by dt, and this is K, and this one is 1. Now we arrange it, minus dA, and this is K, and this is dt. Now integrating this equation, integrate the equation. So we take the integration, this is minus d, and this is A, and this is K, and this is dt. What is the integration of this is dx, integration is x, similarly dt integration t. So this is equal to minus A, and this one is equal to, that is K, T, and where I. This I is called integration constant, where I integration constant. This I is called integration constant. Now when time allowed t barabar 0, then A is equal to A naught, as in the here. So what is A naught? This is the initial concentration. What is A? That is the concentration of the reactant after the lapse of time t second. This is A. So we putting the value in 1. So this is minus A naught, and this one is called K, and this is 0 plus I. So we get the value of I, therefore I is equal to, what is, minus A naught. Put the value of I in equation 1. Putting the value of I in equation 1. So what we get, minus A is equal to KT, and this is plus I, that plus I is equal to minus A naught. So this KT is equal to, this is A naught, A naught, this is KT is equal to A naught minus A, this one. This is KT is equal to A naught minus A. So K is equal to, therefore K is equal to, this is A naught minus A divided by T. This is the rate constant for the zero order reaction. This is the mathematical expression for the rate constant for zero order reaction, and it depends upon the unit of concentration. So its unit is mole per liter, and this is time if in second. Then this is the unit of the rate constant. So how we will reduce the value of the K for the zero order reaction. Now what is the question based on this? This is zero order. So we have. So we take the questions. How it is asked. Now first we take the another way to calculate the value by graphically. How K can be calculated graphically. K can be calculated graphically. How we will calculate it? Now this is very important thing. All are the students, some students are belongs from math, so they will have the concept. Why students suffers from they are simply gumming the graph how it is plotted. This is not. This is actually the mathematical concept involved here. So you try to understand it. I will clarify your concept. So this Kt, I have written here, Kt is equal to A naught minus A. What are the function here? The function is concentration and that is changing with time. So we write here A, this side, this is minus Kt and this is plus A naught. You have the knowledge, A naught is the initial concentration and A is the concentration after the time t. So we write here where A naught, this is initial concentration and A concentration after time t second. After time t second. This one. This is very important. So we have the function t and this one. So we plot a graph between these two functions. So what are these functions? That is A. So this equation y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope. This y, x and y are the axis, and this is t, c is the intercept. Intercept. So when we plot a graph like this, so there is a constant and this is t. So if it is negative, it means the slope will be, that is negative. So the curve comes down like this way. A straight line. So this is the equation. This is the equation of a straight line. Equation of a straight line. A straight line. So you will see here. You will see here because there is a conceptual, it's best here. So this is the equation of a straight line. So if we plot this, this is also the straight line, this is also the straight line, this is also the straight line, and this is also the straight line. So students generally confused what will be the nature of the graph. That can be decided by this straight line equation. And where m is very clear, that it is slope, c is the intercept. If m comes with negative, it means the curve will comes from upward to downward. So here this is the slope. And what is the question? This is this one. So here this part is called the intercept. So in your book it is written as A naught. Because this C is the intercept. And instead of C, what is here? Initial concentration. So this initial concentration is the intercept. Now, how the question is asked? The question: study the graph and answer the following questions. Right? This is the graph is given. This is A, or this is T, or sometimes it is R written in your book. If it is R, you consider it R. This is A naught. First question, write the order. Dusra, write expression of K for that order. And third one is that is write the unit of K. And fourth question is 1, 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Fourth question is give an example of an order. Give an example of such an order. Example of such order. So the graph, how we plot the graph. So what you have to explain, narrate such a question to answer such type of question. So this is based on the graphical. So you should have the knowledge of the rate constant for zero order and the first order, it is in your syllabus. And you bring this equation in the form of equation of a straight line. And you see whether k is with plus or minus. Here it is with minus, means the slope will be negative. So the curve is like that. So what is the order comes here? That is for the zero order reaction. What is the expression? We are able to write the expression as written here. K is equal to A naught minus A by T. This is the expression. And unit, you write the unit. Example, that is decomposition of ammonia over platinum as a catalyst. So this is the for the zero order reaction, and question is asked in such a way. So you should have the command how to draw the graph. Suppose there are three graphs in the same problems. Now another, if we take the half-life, what is half-life? Then we do the another thing. This is another aspect for half-life. Half-life. Half-life, what does it mean? Suppose we 100 gram, then we take 50 gram, then we 25 gram. So, how many half-life is term? T half. So it will comes to be, that is 2 half. Amount of a substance left, suppose it is the initial concentration A. Now it comes to be half A by 2. Then it comes to be, that is 2 A by 2. This one, that is A by 2. So amount of a substance left, amount of a substance left after n half-life is equal to an 2 to the power n, right? And how we will reduce this formula? You see, what is the amount here is 25. Now what is our initial amount? That is 100. Now here is 2 to the power, that is equal to n. So this is equal to 4. That is 2 to the power n is equal to 4. That is equal to 2 to the power 2. So n is equal to 2. So when you come from 100 gram to 25 gram, it will take how many half-lives? It will take 2 half-lives. That's why half-life is always represented as T half. So our aim to clear the concept of half-life, then now I define the half-life. Suppose the initial amount is A. It is half-life. Again half-life. So what we will see here, that is 2 to the power n. This is the amount left. This is, you can write here, that is 2 to the power something 2 so 2, and 2 is number, that is equal to n. That's why we use the formula. So this is the formula left over, and this is the concept. So what is the half-life? Half-life, the time required in which the concentration of the reactant reduced to half of its initial concentration is known as the half-life. So I erase it. So half-life, the time in which the concentration of the reactant reduced to half of its initial concentration. So this is the half-life. So what is the value of K? Half-life for zero order reaction. Half-life for zero order. Zero order. I define the half-life. Suppose T is equal to T half. Then initial concentration A is equal to A, that is the concentration after the lapse of time T. If we are reducing the time, then the concentration will be T half. So what is our final expression? K is equal to A naught minus A divided by T. So we put the value here, K is equal to A naught. Now this A which becomes equal to A naught by 2, and this is equal to T half. So this T half is equal to A naught by 2K. So this is the half-life for the zero order reaction. So we have the graph like this one, and another 2 graphs from this this order can be plotted. So, if somebody asks to plot a graph between the rate, this one, for zero order reaction, so rate K, and this is A. Is it clear? So we plot here graph that is rate is equal to K, because anything, plot here graph between rate versus concentration. So what will be the nature of the graph? So y is equal to mx plus c. Mx plus c. So here K is a constant, means the graph goes towards the parallel axis. So this is the second graph between rate versus concentration. And the third graph, that is T half versus concentration. This is concentration. So this is T half. So you take the equation, T half is equal to A naught by 2K, y is equal to mx plus c. So what is the value here? T half, and this is concentration, axis concentration. So you see here, this A naught, initial concentration, this and this is the function, and this one is a constant. So what will be the, this is the y is, m is 1 by 2k. So the here intercept is 0, because this is y, mx and c. C is 0. So the curve, this line will pass through the origin. This is the graph. So there are 3 graphs, and similarly we get the similar nature of 3 graphs in the first order reaction, right? But need not to confuse there. Similar this type, but the axis will get changed there. So today's topics I want to conclude. So what is the molecularity order difference, and how we are able to calculate the order from the experimental data. And the another one is the rate constant for the pseudo unimolecular reaction, that I had given you the example, and the integration method for the zero order reaction. And in the next day I will cover the first order, and I hope that you will, when you will go through the book and this lecture, that will be very useful to us, and that helps you to understand the concept as discussed by the Zoom classes by me. So thanks a lot for your patience listening. Okay, thanks.